Warning. This video consists of a lot of rants regarding school, so if you're here to chill, it's absolutely not what you're looking for. Hi. As a matter of consecutive situations that resulted into stress, burnout, and a lot of procrastinations because of school, this footage was recorded last March after midterm exams. And guess what? It's already May, and the final exams are over, so I finally have the time to edit this video, and fortunately, I survived. But with the cost of what? With the cost of being a sleep-deprived human, getting anxious about the tiniest things, and just being mentally unstable in general. But we always say, at least we survived, right? Oh, I'm animated Bowie, by the way. Let's just say I'm the other voice of Bowie's head. So, I hope you enjoy.
Hey, it's pauimauinoia. It's already almost 10 in the morning, and I have just finished all of my morning routines, especially meditating, meaning done letting all of the negativities from yesterday go and just setting my mindset into a more focused one. But I'm still in the process of maintaining that, so today we're going to talk about my frustrations during the midterm exams in physics. I know I've said that I'm still in the process of letting all the negativities from yesterday go, and this is part of the process still. So yeah, I just wanted to talk, and I know it's probably not a good idea to share your frustrations on the internet or to a lot of people. But on the other hand, I also think that saying what I feel is just another way of connecting from a human to another human. So if you're watching this, let's be humans together. So to start off, I did so bad in our physics exam yesterday, and I'm not proud of it. So yeah, physics started to wreck my mental stability last year during the start of the first semester of my 12th year as a senior high school student. And whenever there's an upcoming exam, I would always panic way beforehand because there's just this voice inside my head which automatically concludes or says that I can do this, or I'm so bad at this subject. When am I going to get good at this? Or just I'm never gonna be good at this subject. Just thoughts like that. And I'm also aware on how I separately see the identity of myself and the voice inside my head, which is kind of confusing because technically it's just the same person, or it's still the same me. Wait, let me move this chair for a sec. So yeah, it's still the same me because what's inside my head is my voice, and what I tell myself literally defines who I am. Like if you tell yourself you're a bad bitch, then you're a bad bitch. But then I keep telling myself that I am a bad, not bitch, but I'm bad at physics. So yeah, and to add on, I have also read a book which tackles this kind of topic, specifically this voice talking inside our heads. They call it the monkey. I don't know why it's called the monkey. Maybe it's because monkeys have loud voices. And if it's true that we were monkeys before, then maybe indeed that we have loud voices. I don't know. Anyway, so the message that the book was trying to deliver was that our minds are powerful and we have the ability to control our minds. And with that ability, we always have the choice to make a decision in every situation. And if I was going to apply that on my physics tragedy situation, hence my downfall, then number one, my mind is powerful. Hence, even an individual like me who's struggling to get through mentally and emotionally, I am still capable of conquering this type of challenge. Number two, we have the ability to control our mind. Hence, we also have the ability on how we think about ourselves, or how we talk to ourselves, or just basically how to be a good friend to ourselves. And number three, we always have the choice to make a decision in every situation. Hence, me realizing that I need to analyze and conquer on why the fuck am I so bad at physics, and why am I so afraid with this subject. So stay with me a little. We're going to break down all the root problems, which could be your problems too. So let's be problematic about this together. Okay, number one root problem is whenever there's an upcoming exam, I would always procrastinate studying. And it's not because I am lazy Well, sometimes I am. I am guilty about that. On the other hand, I will also feel anxious, and with that feeling of anxiety, my mind just automatically concludes that I'm going to fail. Paula, you're going to fail. You're a failure. So like that, thoughts like that. So number one problem is lack of studying because of anxiety. And number two, to add on, physics is a type of subject wherein one needs to fully understand the concept, and it also needs a lot of practice, especially on the problem solving, to finally get the gist of the subject or the concept of the subject. So yeah, number two, there we have it. Lack of practice because of a concluded mindset that I'm going to fail or you're going to fail. And number three is just the lack of time on investing the practice on problem solving, and I never really had that because the week before midterms we were bombarded with PTs. There's still a lot of factors behind why we are so bad at this subject, but that's all the three I can think of. So if it applies to you, then yeah. To add on also, it's not that I'm 100% scared of the fact that I'm always going to have a low score whenever there's an exam or like an upcoming quiz on this subject. Maybe just 30% because the rest of the 70% is me. I'm getting scared that I might waste all the money that my parents had invested for my education just because of this. And I don't want them to think that I'm taking my education for granted because I love learning and I love learning from other people, and I just love learning in general. Learning is fun if you're not pressured to like learn something. And even though I've already accepted the fact that I am a slow learner when it comes to these type of subjects, it's just so hard to cope up, especially when the learning environment or the educational system is so fast-paced. I'm sorry if like my eyes went from there to there because there's just a bee who passed by. Wait, where was I again? It's just so hard to cope up, especially when the learning environment is so fast-paced or the educational system is so fast-paced and you don't have the time or the moment to process everything because everything is going so fast and quick, and I don't know why we're going so fast and quick. On another note, I've also tried to like make reviewers, but I didn't really have the time because the week before midterms we were bombarded with PTs, and I never really had the time to practice problem solving, and I was supposed to practice already when there's a lesson, but my mind just won't because I need time. I need more than an hour to like understand this subject. So yeah, there it is, the lack of time. And even though there's this argument that time is just a concept, it damnly affects a big part of our life. But I don't want to confuse with that information because I think I've already talked a lot. So that's another conversation. So thank you for coming to my minute TED Talk. Let's move on.
Here's a little schedule of the things of what I will do for the rest of the days. Let's pretend it's still March because your girl took so long to edit this video. On March 26th, which is Friday, I will be setting up a study space for myself right after the midterm exams. Very clever, right? Even though the midterm exams are over, there are still a lot of PTs or performance tasks or projects that are due this week, so I'm also going to do that, and I'm also going to finish some org stuff, and finally prepare the things of props. I'll explain the props later, I swear, for my grad pick. On March 27, which is Saturday, I will be taking my grad pick and finally meet some of my classmates for the first time. And on March 28, which is Sunday, I'll be picking up the secondhand books that I bought from a seller to lessen the fee and finally film a book haul afterwards. This is going to be such a messy part, but I still wanted to include this since 24/7 of my life is just chaos and messiness. So, I'm just declaring my desk first because I was planning to finally set a study space for myself, even though the sem is already ending in 2 months. Usually, if there's an instance where I can wake up early, I would just set up my stuff at our dining table since it's a bigger space for me to work there, but it would be a hindrance for other people when we're already eating, so. But if there's an instance where I would sleep late a day before the class, which results into me waking up late also the next day, I would just stay in my room and take my class there, which is also one of the factors why day by day I'm slowly losing my sanity. I just miss face-to-face classes so much, and I feel like every time I feel this nostalgia, it just makes me remember how many moments occur with the people around you compared to online class, wherein you're just sitting in front of the screen the whole day, not even sure if all the information you provided will be retained in the long run.
Hello. I don't know how I'm going to take this table, this very heavy table, down there. Bitch ass.
just preparing the props I'm going to use for my creative shot tomorrow, which is the day for our graduation picture. Finally! I still can't believe I'm already graduating high school. Well, I hope so, because I'm kind of failing one subject. Anyway, screw the negativities and let's just try harder during the finals week. At least, that's what I keep telling myself. Joke's on me. And will forever keep telling myself. So, we are actually going to take 3 shots during the grad pic. The first one is a formal shot, which is just basically like an ID picture, I guess, but in a glammed way. The second one is a creative shot where it should be a witty reflection of ourselves, or it could be our aspirations, hardships, growth, or even some setbacks that inspired us. And the third shot is the glamour shot. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, so let's just see tomorrow. As for my creative shot, I wrote praise the Lord because maybe in that way that was someone Lord back and just dropped the damn new album. If you're a fan of her, then you understand my frustrations. To all religious people out there, please don't take this seriously because it's a joke, and please don't come at me. I just miss her song so much. You should listen too. So, that's it. See you tomorrow.
Who's nervous?
Me, bitch.
Kalibangan siya.
Hindi naman ako mag-gradpic ka ron. Siya eh.
Kalibangan sad ko.
Yeah.
some reason, I feel really tired today. I think like my body has just given up at this point, and I also think this is the after effect of midterms. So yeah, I hope that it will go away once I'm finished taking a bath, because it's usually like that, it just goes away. And I'm planning to get the books, the second hand books that I bought online. And yeah, goodbye. Hi guys, why are intros so awkward? I can't do an intro without cringing at myself. Anyways, it took me more than a week to film again, and fortunately my fever only lasted for a day. And I think it's because I really had a burnout after the exams. Especially after the exams, I went to take my gradpic, and when we traveled, we were traveling through motorcycle, and it was really hot that day, so I guess that's one of the reasons why I was so tired. Anyways, today we're going to do a book haul, and I've been waiting for these books for such a long time. And I actually bought books from two sellers who were selling the books for a very affordable price, and it was such a good deal that I had to get it. So to start off, by the way, I apologize if the light keeps reflecting on my glasses. I can't see it, so you have no choice but to bear with it. Anyway, so let's start with, I actually have two bundles of books here, so we're going to start with the first bundle of books. So the first bundle of books that I have here is this. Actually, the seller told me that he was only selling this book and the rest of the books were free, so it was really a good deal. And to think of, this book that he was selling, its original price was beyond 800 and he was only selling it for 200 pesos. So moving on to the second bundle of books, I bought this in total of 255 pesos, including the shipping fee. Without the shipping fee, it only cost me 160 plus 95, which was the price of the shipping fee, in total of 255. I'm going to be showing you the books individually, so you can get to see a glimpse of the magic of books, because books are magical. Why am I doing this? Starting off with the first bundle of books, the book that actually caught my eye was this book. It's entitled The Monument Men by Robert M. Edsel with Brett Witter. I think it's actually a historical novel, and I've been really into historical novels. Usually I would read fantasy novels, and lately I've just been really into historical novels. So the next book is this. It's so bright. It's actually already covered, and I don't mind it at all. Yeah, as what I've told you guys, that its original price was 800. The price is actually still here, if you can see that. So yeah, it's a book on how to read a book. I don't really mind reading it. And the next book is a classic one, Romeo and Juliet. This story was discussed during our junior high school years, but I kind of forgot the gist of the story. I mean, I kind of get the gist of the story, but I also have forgotten the other essence of this classic. So what I remembered so far is like, it's either Romeo or Juliet got poisoned or something. So the next book is this. It's entitled The Demon King, and it's by Cinda Williams Chima. I don't know how to read the author's name, but I think this is a fantasy novel, and it's so heavy, by the way. I don't know why. The quality of the cover of the book is actually, it has a slight tanning on its sides, but I don't really mind that because I'm after the content of the book. So yeah, the next book is this. It's entitled Steel Heart by Brandon Sanderson, and has quite a few folds on its cover, but I don't really mind still, because we're here for the content. So I think this book is already old. That's it for the first bundle of books. For the second bundle of books, I really love what I got for this second bundle. The first one is, this Island of the Blue Dolphin. I think it's a book for kids. Yeah, I think it's a book for kids. It's kind of like The Magic Treehouse or Hieronymo Stilton, if you have read that when you were still young. And it also has this. It's a sequel of the first book that I have shown you. These two books are actually connected. And the next book is this. It's so bright, you can't even see. It's entitled No Holds Barred, and I just really love it. I'm really curious with this book because it states that questions young people ask. I'm a young person. I wonder what they were asking in this book. I haven't actually read the plots of some of the books because someday when I'm going to start reading them, I actually want to like surprise myself what I'm getting into when it comes to their story. Anyways, moving on to the next book, I got this Julie's Wolf bag, and it has a wolf on it. Yeah, I think it's like a perspective of the wolf, and they're like, the author is trying to personify a wolf. Yeah, it's by Jean Craighead George. I'm sorry to the authors if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, but I'm sure that they won't even see this video, so I apologize still. The next book is this. It's called Mansfield by C.K. Stead. It's also actually a historical novel, and I have read the plot, and the setting of the book actually takes place during the World War II, I think. So yeah, I'm really looking forward on reading this. The next book is this. Only the Truth is Funny. I kind of agree, so I got this book. This is just a compilation of me, all my bad decisions in life. Anyways, the last book that I got is this. It's entitled Really Professional Internet Person, and this just came in with a bundle, and I don't really mind reading this because I kind of relate, especially in this era wherein people are really into technology. People are always staying in the digital world like I am. I'm kind of doing this video to like post content on the digital world, so yeah, I kind of relate. So I guess that's all. By the way, this is actually my first time thrifting books, and I got to thrift books because a friend of mine recommended me to buy secondhand books instead of buying the original ones. And I'm not saying that buying the... Okay, I'm very sorry if this neighborhood is very noisy. You can't just help it. And I'm filming this in a very early time because I already know that when I'm going to film later in the afternoon, it's going to get so noisy. So I'm trying my best to film this in a very peaceful time, but I just can't help it. We just can't help it. Those are one of the things that are uncontrollable. So anyways, as what I was saying, actually a friend of mine recommended me to buy secondhand books from thrift stores. Also, many of the sellers will tell you that some of the quality of the books isn't that brand new looking. And just a little disclaimer that I'm not also saying that buying the brand new books is a bad decision. I think it's good. It's good for you. I think it's good for someone who can buy the brand new books because a brand new book feels magical, you know? You know the feeling when you like buy a new book and it's looking so brand new and you just don't want to have a scratch in it. But when you're buying secondhand books, if you're really just into the content of the book, then it doesn't really matter. So yeah, kind of changed my perspective on that, and I think I'll be buying more secondhand books than brand new ones. So yeah, I guess that's the end of my book haul and the end of this vlog, and I'm very sorry if it took this so long. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to end the vlog here. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have made it to the end, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Please don't leave any hate comments. If you do, well, I don't really mind because it helps with my engagement. But what's the reason, you know? Just talk to me in email. Because thinking about it just makes me feel anxious or like paranoid, so I'm just going to say it before I even get it. Lol. So yeah, that's the end of it. Bye.